we've got coming up is Canon. So this is a gorgeous camera, and you're thinking like, oh my gosh, I've never really been able to use a camera before. This looks too intricate. Well, Canon is the #1 photography piece of equipment. This is for amateurs like you and me, as well as professionals. When they ask for a brand, they ask for Canon. And we're going to show you what you're going to get today, because this gorgeous camera, which is a DSLR camera kit, the most important thing is you're getting this gorgeous camera, plus you're going to get the two lenses. You're going to get your everyday lens, and you're also going to get that telephoto lens for those longer shots. We're going to show you how you're going to use that. So you're going to get the 75 to 300 millimeter lens, as well as the 55 to 250 millimeter, the IS lens. You're going to get the case. You're going to get the software, which is going to show you how easy this camera is to use. You're going to get the SD card, and you're going to get that great tutorial DVD. So it's a special photo month special price of $499.95, the free shipping and handling, 5 flex pays, or if you want to put it on your HSN card, you're going to get 9 months. So for about $55 for those 9 months, you can start getting the results that a professional gets. And you can see right there that VIP financing, and I love this because it's a great way for you to, you know, like really expand your budget and take advantage of the HSN card and the budgeting. So I have a very special guest here with me today.
Good morning.
I've got the lovely Leah Little. She is our electronics expert, and I feel kind of uninformed when it comes to technology and cameras and all that. So I'm going to ask a lot of questions for both of us.
Sure.
And I know that you said that
it's true.
It feels intimidating to me. It feels like too much.
And what's great is Canon makes it easy. They really do.
And we only have 115 of this gorgeous camera for the entire country. So I just want to say that right up front.
We were talking back earlier as we were just discussing this Canon, and I wanted to really start at the beginning, because as Melinda and I were talking, well, yeah, what's the difference between a cell phone and having a real camera?
Exactly.
So let's just start here. Same picture, taken with the Canon versus taken with a cell phone. Now, if this is your Mother's Day memory and you're going to be looking back on that 10, 20 years from now, guess what? You're going to want to have more detail and more clarity and more quality. So there's no comparison when it comes to the cell phone. Now, not only
huge difference.
Huge difference, but not only that, it's about what you can do with the camera and what the camera is going to do for you. So let's start with that. So guess how many times a hummingbird flaps its wings in a second?
I have 100.
Little trivia,
100?
right? Close. 80 times in a second. Okay. Now, look what this camera is going to do in the sports mode. It's so fast. In 1 second, it's going to take that shot, and that shot, and that shot, and guess what? Because of the quality of this camera, not only can it take those images, but you can enlarge that. So that hummingbird that's flapping its wings 80 times a second is now frozen mid-air, and look at the difference in what this is going to give you, as opposed to, what you might find in your cell phone.
So it would just be a blur. If it was your cell phone.
Exactly. Can we come in really close here? I want you to see the crispness and the sharpness. This is what it would look like with your cell phone. This is what it looks like with the Canon.
No comparison.
No comparison. And that is at lightning fast speed. So the difference is you've got a camera here that's going to deliver that kind of detail and that kind of clarity for you. Not only that, you have a camera that is going to give you the ability to shoot all kinds of great photography. So if you want a camera that's lightning fast speed, you've got it. You want a camera that's going to give you zoom. Do you have that graduating senior that's going to be walking across the stage this month or next? Well, guess what? If you need a zoom, here we are in Central Park. I took this picture. I'm by no means a photographer.
It looks like a professional photo.
It does. It really does. See this little red patch of flowers here in the background? Can barely even see it, right?
Right.
Pop off one lens, pop on the other lens. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
You can see every little petal.
Oh my gosh.
That's why you need this camera. camera. And it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's the best part about it. It really is going to give you the speed that you want. It's going to give you the zoom that you want. And the best part about it is that it's Canon optics coming your way. Canon has something called a Trinity. What does that mean? That means that Canon is going to give you a processor inside here that is lightning fast in its speed. It's going to give you the right lens that you need, because that's the window to the world. And in this case, you're going to get two lenses, which is fantastic, the telephoto lens and your regular kit lens. And then more than that, you are going to have an ease of use that's unparalleled. Nice big screen here on the back, simple and easy viewfinder for you to find, or you can use this as your view screen. And then this is what I like to call the wonder wheel. You put it into the various modes, and it does that work for you. And what I mean by that, let me grab some of these photos and I'll show you. What I mean by that is there are various preset modes that are inside the camera, so you can use it just like a point and shoot. We were talking about this just a moment ago.
So if I feel a little intimidated by all the dials and everything, I can just set it on manual?
Set it on portrait, set it on automatic.
Okay.
Or you can use one of the preset modes. So automatic means we find an automatic for you. Okay, put it in the auto mode. Here's what your photo is going to look like.
Cute.
Automatically done for you. Put it in the portrait mode, and again, it's a preset dial. Look at that. Beautiful for that graduating shot. You want a nice close-up? Put it in the macro mode. All of those are labeled for you. Again, here is... So it
kind of grows with you?
It grows with you.
As you get more comfortable?
Exactly.
You get to, okay, cool.
And when we talk about growing with you, I mean, how cool is that? We're talking about creative mode, soft focus, the toy camera mode. You ever want that look of a professional photographer with the slow shutter so that it has that cascading waterfall effect? How many times have you tried to take a night shot with your cell phone?
Well,
right?
You just don't get anything.
You don't get it. Look at this. You can see the reflection of the city skyline on the water.
So if you were in Paris and it was the city of lights, you'd really get to see all of the...
Exactly. If you were in Detroit, our own city of lights, it doesn't matter. If you were in, a teeny little tiny city, you're going to still have that same detail. The miniature mode turns your photography into art. You're going to have the landscape mode, again, that cityscape and skyline. Even the grainy mode, beautiful. So all of these preset modes allow you to be really creative with your photography. And then here's what's great about it. Again, we were just talking about the difference between a cell phone and what you're going to have in this phone. Here's the portrait mode with my sweet little graduate. But guess what? Because of the quality and the megapixel, you take that photo, which is beautiful to share on Facebook or social networking. But guess what? The quality is there so that you can enlarge it and have a piece that you could hang on the wall and lose no detail. You can see the little flower. You can see every little
explain that pixel thing to me.
Sure. Because when it comes to pixels, what you want to have is more is better, right?
Right.
So when it comes to that kind of quality, how about... Think about the size of a grain of pollen, right? So in this picture that's enlarged, the pixel, the detail that you're going to have here on this camera with the pixel quality means you can see every little fleck of pollen, even though that picture is 10 times larger than life. That quality is still there.
Right. So unlike my phone, taking a picture, the bigger I make it, the grainier it gets, the more I lose.
In general, but you also have a better sensor. When I was talking about the Trinity in this Canon, what it has is a sensor that's built right in. The more light it can sense, the more information it can bring into the picture, the better detail it can give to you. So it's not just about the megapixel number, it's about the quality of what that number is. So that's the beauty of what you're having here, is that quality and that design. Now, not only are you going to have that kind of quality in that design, but let's talk about the zoom. And keep in mind, full HD mode, you're going to have that beautiful intelligent scene mode that I just walked you through with the portrait, the feature guide walking you through, and it's Canon. So do your homework. You're going to love what Canon is bringing you here.
And we're very lucky also because we've got a great price on this.
It's true.
For Canon, right? We looked, and this is at $499. It's a wonderful price and a great time for you to bring in. If you've ever wanted to really take your photography to the next level, now is a really great time to do it. National Photography Month, and we've got the best price here in the country. Plus, with the bundle of everything that you're getting with it, the 2 lenses, the Canon name, the case, and of course all the DVDs and the education pieces, plus take advantage of that VIP financing. So for less than $55 to have this amazing camera home and to start using it before all those special events for the spring and summer come about, the weddings, the graduations, you know, all those birthdays and parties and everything. Don't miss a moment of them.
Yeah, what you're going to have here is really, again, the ability to capture those for posterity, and that really is the key. Let's talk about the zoom. There's a reason why you are getting this lens, which literally could be by itself a couple $100s. That's a telephoto lens that brings things that are literally, in some cases, miles away and brings them up close. So look at the flag in the upper left-hand corner. That's all the way zoomed out. 18 millimeter.
Okay.
So then 55 millimeter is as close as you can get with the first lens, with this shorter lens.
This is your everyday lens.
Everyday lens, exactly. Now you pop off that lens and you go from 55 to 250 millimeter, and look at this. You can see the stars, you can count the stripes. It's amazing the detail when you get closer and closer and closer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the zoom is key. Now, what does that mean in practical application? Well, I took this camera to New York City, and I just happened to be in Central Park. So here we are in Central Park, and you probably can't even see it here on the wide zoom, but there's a little flag on top of that building. So it's across the street.
Oh my
I'm in
gosh.
Central Park. That's downtown New York, right?
So you're really testing this out.
Really testing it, right? So here we go from here. This is as close as we can get with that 55 millimeter lens, but there you can see that flag. See that silhouette? Okay, are you ready for this? Fasten your seatbelt. Here we go. 250 millimeter. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the stripes on the
my
flag,
gosh.
right? So here's where I'm standing.
It's so amazing.
I'm no Spider-Man. I didn't scale that building to get up there to take that picture.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Right? That's how close you can get, and you lose no detail. Now here's another illustration. My sweet honey Darren is out here on his paddleboard. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask the camera to come in really, really close because I want you to know he's out here with his buddy Chris. They're out here on the water. Can't even see them, but there they are, the two guys. You barely even see their silhouette, but here they are. Now, using that zoom, we're going to go from here. Now, remember, they're on the water, I'm on the land. So, to give you an idea,
exactly.
I'm not swimming out to find them. Look at how close we're getting. Look at this. As he's turned around, there he is. In the distance, you can't even see him. Here he is, again, with your 55 millimeter. Now, look at this, how close we can get right on top of that shot. And
all the expression.
All the expression, the sunlight coming down, the droplets of water on his shirt. But guess what? Not only can you get that close because of the quality of the sensor, because of the high megapixel, because of the quality in the Canon, take that same picture, enlarge it to life size here in the photograph, and look at the twinkle in his eyes. Look at the sunlight coming down, one little strand of hair. And yet, again, remember, here's the difference where, look at that. Thank you very much. Look at the difference, again, of where we started, and I'm standing on land taking that picture here, and where we ended up. Amazing when it comes to the zoom that you're going to have.
I start to think about, like, what is a memory worth? Yeah. And to be able to zone in and really capture that joy that's on a person's face. So maybe it's your grandchild, maybe it's your husband, you know, and there's this moment in time that will be lost.
True.
In a second. But you can capture it, and you can actually zoom right in and get all of those little details that will be a part of your album and your memories forever and ever. And maybe they get blown up and they become a picture that's on your wall, and you get to smile at it and really enjoy it, because the joy of capturing those memories, there is no price tag.
It's true.
There's absolutely no price tag that can be put on that. So I'm just, you know, like, getting you to really think about, like, there's a huge difference between the little snapshots that you're getting right now and going to this, going to this camera.
And part of that is the zoom, and part of it is the speed. Because you just talked about the expression on a face, right? A secret of professional photographers is that they take a lot of photographs, boom, 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 and then they pick the very best one. But you can't do that with your cell phone. So let's talk about that, because you just said that expression on the face.
Yes,
so I thought, okay, look at this. Here is my sweet little one as she is playing on the bouncy slide. Shot one. Now this is in 1 second. Shot one. Shot two, coming around the corner. shot 3.
Oh,
and
sweet.
Look at that. Now, this camera is
She's
so
having
fast.
so much fun.
She's having so much fun. But look at this. Her mouth is open. Her hair is blowing in the wind. She's rounding that corner. I mean, if you don't have a camera that has that speed,
you'll miss it.
It's going to be blurry. You're going to miss the shot. You're going to miss the moment. If you have a toddler, it happens so fast. It's just the moment is over. Now, what's great about it is that it's easy. In order to do that, here's all you do. I'll teach you how to do it right now. So in 30 seconds, here's how you use that speed. What you're going to do is turn the camera on. We're going to put it in this little sports mode, and it even tells you, so it teaches you on the back of it. Here's your modes. So here is your close-up mode. There's your sports mode. There is your no flash mode. So if you're in a museum or you're at the graduation, you've got that mode. So all of your modes right here, including your video mode, by the way. So let me take you into the sports mode. Now, Melinda, if you will be my model, I'm going to ask you a favor.
Okay.
So there's some confetti sitting right in front of you.
Yes.
And let's just test out the speed of this camera, okay?
Okay, I'm game.
Okay, here we go. You be my model.
Okay,
Ready?
you tell me when.
1, 2, 3, go for it. Okay, in 4 frames per second, did you realize that I just captured about 30 images of Melinda as she was throwing those the confetti pieces up? Now look at this. Just like we saw little Victoria here, this is in backward succession because I'm just taking them and now I'm playing you through the playback. So here we go. She is throwing the confetti up in the air. Right here. Zoom. The confetti is mid-air. Now watch this. Oh, I like this. I like this one. So let's just zoom in closer. A little closer. A little Look at that. The confetti is frozen mid-air, but you are in perfect clarity. Now, there's not a cell phone on the planet that can do that. If you want to capture your kids, if you want to be able to capture detail, if you want to be able to capture clarity, and you want a camera that's fast, this is the camera you want.
Right, right. Well, you know, there might be those occasions where, you know, I think of weddings, I think of parties, I think of vacations where you're taking your family, and they're once-in-a-lifetime things. They're not happening again. So to capture all of the nuances, all of the many expressions that are happening on your children and your spouse, and, you know, maybe it's your dog, I don't know, but it's so fun to be able to capture all those little tiny details. And if you're using the VIP financing for less than $55, you can have this gorgeous camera along with both of the lenses, the everyday lens as well as that telephoto lens, which in itself would probably be a couple $100s. And you're getting a Canon, which is probably the most important thing. You're getting that name and that reliability that Canon is known for. It's what the professionals ask for. And the entire kit, you're getting your 2 lenses, as we talked about, the body of that beautiful camera itself, and you're going to get all the details to learn how to use it. We're going to make it so easy for you. You're going to love that Canon is now a part of. It's like having a new member of the family because it's going to capture all of those moments that just can't be captured otherwise.
It's true.
It's really great.
And
Free
not
shipping
only
and
the
handling
moments,
also, and we have less than 90 for the entire country now.
And not only when it comes to the pictures, but when it comes to the video. The beauty of having this camera is that not only do you have that zoom and that lightning fast speed and that amazing quality, but you don't have to put down your camera, go find your camcorder. Now you can have the detail of the butterfly in that sea of flowers. Now you can have the extraordinary colors coming through. Now you don't have to put down one unit, dig through your purse to try to find the other one. Now you've got a 2-in-1 unit. Now the quality of the video that you're going to have here is beautiful 1080. What does that mean? The same thing that you see on your nightly television shows, your primetime shows. If you want to have the same quality of your memories on your once-in-a-lifetime trip to the beach right at the sunset, look at that as the sun is going down, this is the camera that you want to have. That's the beauty of owning Canon, because they think of everything. They're going to give you the speed, they're going to give you the zoom. In this case, we give you both lenses. You've got the video mode built right in, and you've got an ease of use that is so simple that I can literally teach you how to use it in about 1 minute.
Right. Well, and the DVD is in there.
It's true.
So the DVD is there for you to learn. You've got your own little tutorials.
It's true.
So it's super simple. I think that there's something that's intimidating at first when you see this kind of a camera, but we're showing you how easy it is to use, because this is a camera that is for a whole family. So you can teach your kids how to use it, you can teach your spouse how to use it, and it becomes one of those things that each person in the family gets to grab it, you get to grab it, and then take a series of pictures, and then let your kids take the camera and take a series of pictures. With these simple settings, it makes it so easy, and everything is contained there for you. You've got, obviously, you've got your image sensors, you've got that beautiful HD video, so you're gonna see how easy it is, and how crisp the color is, and the video. Right there, when you were just showing that, I thought that I could pick that little butterfly right off of the flowers, and the flowers are just popping off the screen.
Yeah, it's like being there.
It is like being there.
That's really what a great camera is all about, because it's not just freezing that moment, it's about reliving that moment. So if you are traveling through Italy, I remember years ago going to Trevi Fountain, how gorgeous do you want that picture to be? As gorgeous as it can be, right? So now you've got the color, you've got the sensor, you've got the lens, you've got it all right there. But you want a camera that's fast, because when my little peanut is licking her finger in the frosting bowl, right?
Right, you don't have to say do
exactly.
that again.
There's only one moment. Because you know what, when they do the do-over, it's never the same.
It's never the same.
When you're like, smile again, they're like, they got frozen face. You know?
Exactly.
It's just awkward.
Well, look at that, how genuine and sweet.
It's because it's the real moment. That's why you want this camera. You are so right on with that. Because that moment right there, it cannot ever be recreated. Not at that age, not at that moment as we're at my sister's house in Dallas, not at, you know, that particular second when she's tasting that frosting for the first time with her little cousin next to her. That's the beauty of having a camera like this. Our sweet little buddies here as they are out at a swim date. Do you have that little one in school that's going to be walking across that stage? This is the first day of my daughter's kindergarten class. There's
never
only
to be
one
repeated.
day, never to be repeated. And you know what? It's amazing when you look back on those years and years from now. Now, not only that, but there's special moments that happen all the time, right? I showed you those pictures from Central Park when I was saying.
Right.
So guess what? We're in Central Park. We're looking at the buildings, and I'm taking the zoom, and we grab the little flag. I turn around, and behind me, lo and behold, this gentleman from Australia gets down on one knee. He takes this picture. I get chills just thinking about this. This camera is so fast that I was able to take that picture. I was able to take them in the moment. I was able to zoom in look at that. In 3 seconds, I took those pictures, and look at the clarity and the detail of her ring. And we were able to grab those images. We talked to them like about 10 minutes after this event. And we've been emailing back and forth. But imagine, those moments happen like that, right? I mean, I didn't know these people 10 minutes before this happened. They literally just happened to be right behind me in Central Park, visiting there from Australia. And now here they are. I'm married for 6 months. If you want to be able to have a camera that can capture those moments like that, this is it. We talked about the speed of that camera. You see it here in this beautiful ceremony, if you will. Well, he's down on one knee. But you also see it when you're capturing images like this. This is that cell phone picture, right? Of that.
This is so amazing, because I think this is one of the key pieces for me about this particular camera. It's the speed.
It's
and
the
rapidity, the rapid speed that it will take
3 frames per second. Exactly. Because that's what professional photographers do, right?
Exactly.
You know, when you are at a fashion show and it's like click, 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 that's what this camera does. Here's what a cell phone would do. Can you see how blurry that is? And here's the same picture. Look at that. Well, I tried to make exactly the same picture. I clearly can't do it with the cell phone. And look at the detail and the
difference of night and day.
clarity.
It truly is.
It's true. I mean, you can see the little feathers right here, the individual feathers on that bird's wing. Now, remember, just to give you a little perspective, a hummingbird flaps its wings 80 times a second. A second. And this camera has captured it midair. What does that mean for you to make it pertinent? What that really means is that if you have that toddler, you have that baby, you know, they smile and they get those sweet little... You only have 1 second to grab that opportunity. You need a camera that gives you the speed, that gives you the quality, that gives you the control, that makes it happen. And this is the camera that does that. As a matter of fact, let me just show you with that sensor that's on the inside what this camera is going to do. I'm going to pop off the lens. And
that
we'll
easy,
just,
like boom, boom.
Exactly, right there. We'll keep it in the sports mode. Are you ready? This camera is going to give you, there we go, turn it on, and here we go.
Just like
you see in those fashion shows, those runways.
I think that You know, I've always thought that those types of pictures were only accessible to someone who was a professional. And that professional camera equipment, especially from Canon, is like the top of the line, and it would be thousands and thousands of dollars. So the fact that it's less than $500, the best price in the country, where you're getting the 2 lenses, I just didn't know that that was available to me. And now it's available to you too. So taking advantage of the VIP financing, so really and truly for less than $55, you can have this camera home and start using it, capturing all those memories and all those images in rapid succession. Maybe it's a picture of nature, watching something unfold, capturing, you know, something that's in your backyard, or when you're on vacation, seeing something move across the landscape, and really being able to capture it in a way that you didn't think it was available to the average person. And now it is. It is available to you.
It's easy.
That you can get that. So just think about what you're passionate about and what you would like to capture and have those pictures. And now you can.
And now you can at the best price in the country, and it really is simple. I'll teach you how to use it. I know we have only 2 or so minutes remaining. So what are you going to be doing this summer? Do you have little Caitlin here who's going to be sliding down the slide? Here we go. Shot 1. Shot 2, kerplunk. Shot 3 right here in 1 second, and we can capture every little droplet of water. Again, you want to have that speed, right? We talked about that hummingbird. Shot 1, shot 2, here coming up in the sports mode. Shot 3, kerplunk, that little wing flapping in the wind. Whether you're using the portrait mode, whether you're using the creative mode, if you're using the nighttime mode, how many times have you tried to take those night shots and you just can't get them? You can get really creative with the grainy mode or the landscape mode. They're all built in here. And at the end of the day, what do you want to have? You want to have the clarity, you want to have the quality, and you want to have the zoom. So here's Darren out with his buddy on the water, just to prove to you they're there. Here they are, 2 little silhouettes of the guy right here. 1 minute remaining. Here you go, right? Here's the guys. Thank you. You can see them there. Let's get a little bit closer. We can absolutely do that up to the lens with 55 millimeter, but then all the way to 250 millimeter. But because of the quality, remember, we went from there to there. How crazy is that? Imagine that's your summer vacation and you're on the other side of the beach taking that picture, and then we can enlarge it with that quality as well because you have the Canon Trinity.
It's really kind of mind-blowing, and the fact that you can have it home. We've got the free shipping and handling. Whether if you're using a major credit card, you can use the 5-Flex Pays for about $100 each, or for the HSN card, use your VIP financing and take advantage of this. You're getting the entire package. You're getting the body of the camera. You're getting the 2 different lenses. You're getting the instructions. You're getting everything you need to get started for less than $500 and capturing memories that are like undescribable and for you forever. We've got a quick spotlight. We'll be right back with more.